Hey, what's up, guys? Another video here. So today I want to talk about leaving a toxic workplace. So working in an office has three components, or can have three components. So number one is your coworkers slash management. Number two is the work itself. And number three is the clients, if you have to deal with clients on a daily basis. So these three components are going to comprise how you are performing at the workplace and how miserable or happy you are. So these three components are something that you have to consider when you are working a job in the office, any type of white collar work or anything like that. So personally, I think the most crucial part of this is the coworker slash management, because these people will be more so the people that you interact on a daily basis, and they will have sway as far as judging your work performance and if you will continue at the job. So they're going to play a role in your job security and how well you get promoted, things like that. So because I think that personally, that I think that this is the most crucial part of the job, if any of these coworkers slash management, especially if they're of a senior position, they make the workplace very toxic and give you a lot of stress daily and give you question and doubt about your job security or your promotion or things like that, then it really is time to leave. So if you have, for example, a backstabbing coworker, they are kind of undermining your work, or they're questioning your kind of diligence or anything like that, or they question the quality of your work when it really isn't an issue, then you can't really go off and mouth off against them directly, because it's going to lead to more issues. So that's why I never liked working in an office, because all the politicking. So if you had all these little skirmishes and squabbles with your coworkers, or you have a difference for whatever reason, then you can't really go in front of them and directly complain about it or scream at them or anything, because that's going to lead to more infractions with HR or whatever. So that's why I never liked working in an office, because you have to go in a roundabout way if you want to address situations. So let's say you have a issue with your coworker. Instead of confronting them directly and causing a scene, you'll have to go to your management or you'll have to go to HR. So it's not like out on the street where, or in the gym, where you can confront the person directly, because if you threaten someone at the workplace, it's going to affect your own job security, and it may affect your future trajectory and your career. So you may switch to another position, or you may get fired for whatever reason. Then it's going to really damper any type of future success you have, assuming you stay in the field. So you have to be really careful and kind of tiptoe across these issues. But if you can't resolve it in this roundabout way, your toxic coworkers or your toxic management, then your only other recourse is to leave. So if you find another position at another firm, or if you go ahead and start your own business, and again, those are risks of themselves, because you don't know if the place that you're going to has a toxic atmosphere, and you don't know if the business you start is going to be successful, then it's really tough. So you are really taking a chance each time. So that's why I always suggest that people working, that they save and invest as much as possible, because in the case that you don't want to work anymore, then you'll have a fallback plan with automated income from your investments. And keep in mind that if you are investing in the beginning, you really have to invest for capital appreciation, not automated dividend income, because the rate in which your investments will grow just through dividends is going to be much slower than potential capital gains increase. So you will have to be investing for quite a while until you become comfortable with your portfolio, where it can generate you all this automated income. But you really have to keep that in mind the entire time you're working corporate, because going to guess that the vast majority of you do not like working in an office and don't like being told what to do and don't want to listen to authority or your coworkers, or you don't have the same values as your coworkers. And that's why, working in an office, it's half interpersonal relationships and half work, because you have to manage those at the same time. Unless you're working independently, but there you still have clients and you have to deal with clients. So it's really best to have a goal for your working. So that will ultimately end up as really high financial prosperity or a great financial goal. So you don't have to dance around these issues. You don't have to deal with coworkers. You don't have to deal with clients. You don't have to deal with management. So, and plus, you don't have to deal with the work itself. So maybe you really despise the work and find it meaningless. So it's really your prerogative and your imperative to reach financial prosperity sooner than later. And hopefully, you don't get into the pitfalls of marriage, divorce, children, all that too early on, so you don't get financially destroyed in the process. So, just to recap here, working in an office has three components: coworkers slash management, the work itself, and clients. For myself personally, I think the most crucial part of it is the coworkers and how you get along with coworkers. You can have, for number three, you can have backstabbing coworkers that can threaten your job security. And if you can't resolve it via management or HR, then you have to find a place to leave to. Either that may be another position at another firm or a business. And also be aware that if you do leave in this case, then a slightly increased salary into a toxic situation may not be necessarily worth it. So you have to also keep that in mind. So if you enter into a position where you have increased toxicity, then it may not always be worth it. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching the video and stay tuned for the next one.